So, Callum, welcome to Aberystwyth, but even though you're 6 weeks into the job now, how's it been going so far? What are your feelings? Where do you think we stand?
First of all, thank you. Thanks for the welcome. Pleasure to be here and get started. Obviously, we're 4 weeks into the job now. Myself and the staff, things are going well. We started from a pretty soft foundation in terms of players that were on board. I think we had 3 players left from last season, so a lot of work to do in terms of recruitment, a lot of phone calls, getting staff on board, pre-season programme, putting that together. So a lot of work went into the first 2 or 3 weeks off the pitch, and now obviously pleased to get on the pitch and start working with the players. The job really over the next, previously over the last 3 or 4 weeks and now moving forward to the next 2 weeks before the season starts, is really to get the players fit, and obviously with such a new group it's to try and get them gel together, really clear on how we want to try and play, and I think that's going to take a little bit of time, and sometimes I'm a little bit, I expect a little bit more, and in terms of progress, but we're as a staff we're fairly pleased with where we are at the moment.
Yep. So you say obviously you've come in with quite a small squad from last season and having to recruit almost a full squad, but you've been able to get groups from maybe a club or two, or boys who know each other already. Is that sort of helping the team gel together, you think? Yeah,
it sort of always helps that some of the players know each other. So the local boys we brought in from outside the club have been at the club previously, so that's useful. We've got some players in from Newtown who obviously know each other. So there's sort of a clutch of Mid-Wales players, and then obviously there's players from a little bit further afield. Some of them again know each other, so yeah, it helps the initial connection, but it's now sort of bringing them together as a team and a group, and as I say, just getting our messages across really, and making sure that there's real clarity around what we want to be doing in and out of possession. And I just think that's going to take a little bit of time, and so I'm a little bit impatient at times, but I think we've seen in the 3 pre-season games so far, there's been some really good phases of play that we've been pleased with, and then some parts where you can really see they're a new group. So it's just being patient with them and making sure that we give them everything we can. We've had a 2.5-hour session today in the heat, and there's no moans or groans. They just get their heads down. They're working really hard. They seem to enjoy being in each other's company, which is really good. So yeah, it's just getting them to where we need to be as quickly as possible.
Yeah. And looking at those 3 games we had already, obviously Kerry, Aberystwyth and Guilsfield, have you seen building blocks already through those games? Are you sort of happy with what you've seen overall?
Yeah, as I say, the first three games have been pleasing. I think first of all, I've been really pleased with the fixtures we've been able to get. We've managed to get them in a particular way where with Kerry at home, 2 home games, with Casus as well. So we're able to test ourselves with Tier 2 in the cup with the 2 coming north teams. Guilsfield away was a good test because it's on a grass pitch, and obviously in the coming south next year there's going to be some a lot of grass pitches. So it's having a different mindset maybe away from home and how we approach the games. So that Tuesday was a good learning curve. Hopefully by the end of the pre-season programme we're going to be there or thereabouts. I think I said to all the staff before we started that I think it won't be until after the Barrytown game, the League Cup game, where maybe we'll be really where we need to be.
Mm-hmm. So again, looking forward to those 2 games you've got coming up, obviously the pre-season games. Are you sort of happy where the squad is currently? Are you still adding and dropping and changing? Where do you think things will go over the next sort of couple of weeks?
I'm pretty happy with the squad. Always looking for, if a good player comes up then we'll always look at it. Mm-hmm. But I'm fairly happy. Just at the moment we're still trying to find the right combinations in certain areas. We're still learning about the players. We've had 3 games and we had several sessions, but the games are really where you learn the most. And you learn some good things and you see some things you're not so sure about, and we're still in that sort of phase. So the next 2 games will be really important, and but general feeling around the squad is happy. I think we've got a good group. We've got good characters as well as good players. We're all willing to work hard, and that's what we're demanding this season. So happy where we are, always looking to improve, but fairly happy with where we are at the moment.
Yeah, and obviously we've got a lot of trips down south. There'll be a different half of the country, I suppose, for you as well. I mean, how do you think is there any difference you think between the north and the south? Or how do you think you'll match up down there?
To be completely honest, it's completely new for me. Mm-hmm. Obviously, in the Cymru Prem for the last 10 or 12 years, you're used to making those trips down to South Wales. In terms of the level of the league, I presume it'll be somewhere around where the Cymru North is. Looking at some of the signings that some of the clubs are making down there, they look, good signings. So I think there's going to be some strong teams down there, some big challenges. So we just got to make sure that we look after ourselves. We're fully prepped before every game and worry about ourselves really. And then if we can do that, then I'll be happy. I think I'm looking at it as this year is certainly first team focused. It's the ultimate game, try and get the club back up to the Cymru Prem. I know it's not going to be easy. There's probably 5 or 6 clubs in the Cymru South that are going to be looking to do the same thing. So year one is really fully focused on that. Just given my background in terms of like academy football and development and things like that, then I've got one eye on that maybe as a medium term challenge to try and get the academy re-established, make sure that the best local young players are getting opportunities at the football club. It's not great that the best players from Ceredigion are going into Newtown or further afield to play academy football. We need the best players from the area here because of the location. And hopefully over the next 3, 4, 5 years, if we can re-establish that, we'll get a good flow of good, strong players coming through the system into the first team. We'll always have to outsource players to a certain degree, but hopefully over the next few years that'll become less and less, and we'll have a much more of a local feel to the football club.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you very much.